of that, what happened to the idea of owning the trademark, or owning the phrase, or owning any of this stuff? I think what's happened over time is all of us creative people, I don't want to say just black, but there's a lot of black folk. But a lot of us creative people have freely given all of these outside people ownership of the things that we create. And we do it, it happens so slick, y'all. It happens so slick. Even when it comes to how moving forward with all of the social media platforms, even when it comes to that, I told y'all this was going to happen, but we're going to have to sign over the rights for all of these social media platforms to own the IP for the things that we post on the social media platform. We're literally signing over all of the IP for the things that we create and we post on the social media platforms. That's the same thing that's happening with X. When you look at the Meta, you look at the new Meta, what is it called? Agreement. You look at all of this stuff. We are signing off on these platforms being able to own and use the IP for the things that we create. I'm going to tell you why that's an issue. Because most people will say, well, Nito, you just talking over my head, dog. It don't mean nothing. You just saying, we got the post. We got to use social. We got to be on Instagram. Facts. You do have to be on it to a certain extent. But what's happening is this. And I like to use worst case scenarios. Feed the birds. What up? I just saw you. What up? What up? Tammy, what's up? But what I'm finding is this is what's going to happen. We're going to post these things on the social media platforms, whether it's X, TikTok, Threads, all of it. All of them are doing the same thing. We're going to post this stuff on those social media platforms. It's going to be different people that's doing data mining, and they're going to be doing content mining. Data mining and content mining. I'm introducing y'all to something new. I promise you, it's coming. I don't even know if that is a word just yet. Content mining. I might have to trademark that. But anyway, we're getting to the space where all of these social media platforms are going to go into data mining and content mining. What that means is this. They're going to be looking at all of the content creators. They're going to say, all right, this is top 5 in this category. This is top 5 in this category. This is top 5 in this category. All right, when we have a relationship with somebody like Netflix, or we have a relationship with somebody like Universal, or we have a relationship with somebody like Sony, what we can do is say, well, look, we've been content mining and we'll just use, you see what they did on this page right here? This is a really dope content creator. The engagement is crazy. I think y'all should develop a whole TV series around the thing that they just posted. So now, since we signed off on the IP, they can do it. You can't sue them. You agreed to the terms. And this is something that we keep doing over and over. It's like a habitual looker the other wayer. Like it's like we're aiming to be naive for no reason. Like you want to be naive? Same thing with me, right? I've been telling people to follow me for years now. I've been doing podcasting for almost 4 years now. Almost 4 years. I've been telling people, yo, tap in with me. I'm trying to help the producers. I want to help the content creators. I want to help the singers. I'm trying to be help me, Mr. Help Me. I'm the Martin Luther King. I'm the Martin Luther King for producers, singers, and songwriters. Trying to get you liberated. And I've been telling everybody, look, you got to look at it in a different way. Look at it in a different way. Don't look at these social media platforms to feed you. You got to look at the social media platform as a tool. So let's go back to what I first said. We already signed off on all of the platforms using the IP, intellectual property, if you didn't know what that meant. We've already signed off on Meta, TikTok, Twitch, even the deals, and we haven't even got to the deals just yet today, because I'm gonna group that deal with the Drake deal, because I want to talk about Casanat. I want to talk about Drewski. I want to talk about all of these people that we know as big streamers. And if you look at the numbers and you look at how much money that they're actually collecting, some don't add up. Some don't add up. Because this is the thing. Everybody knows we're getting into a subscription economy. I think Isaac Hayes Jr. said something about that. Shouts out to Isaac Hayes Jr. But we're getting into a subscription-based economy. What I want all of us producers, all of the artists releasing music, all of the singers, even songwriters, even people that have bakeries. I don't care what you got. If you have a product or a service, hear me. Please hear me. This is what I want us to look at. You have to look at a continuity program, i.e. subscription-based program, for sustainability over time. The easier you make it for somebody to find you, and the easier you make it for them to pay you for something, and you have a routine schedule going on, the better off your business will be over time. Right? So now I would like to look at this. Let me look at Casanat. I think Casanat, let me look at him. Let's see. And this is stuff that I'm going to be doing more of this moving into 2025, because I think I got a lot more people that's getting value from this type of content. And I love doing this. But let's look at this. All right. If Casanat's income for 2023, because 2024 would not be out here yet. So he made $4.7 million in 2023. $4.7 million. Right now he's doubling up so far with 728. All right. 728,000 subs. All right. Let's see. How much subscription? And this is what I want everybody to look at. If somebody's making 4.7 million, I wish I could have like a whiteboard on the screen so y'all can kind of follow the numbers like I follow it. So let's see, subscription price, Casanat subscription price, $4.99 a month. All right, $4.99 a month is what he's charging people to subscribe to him on Twitch. $4.99 a month. Let's do some numbers. Let's do some math. And this is what I want everybody to think about when it comes to the streamers and the podcasters and all of the people that's projected in front of us, that's the successful people. I want y'all to think about it like this. They're not getting all that money. They're in bed with somebody. Let's see, times 428,000. So based off of the numbers, I almost want to slap somebody. I just want to slap somebody so hard. Oh my God. Jesus. Okay. Right now, Casanat's, and that's his bottom tier. His bottom tier is $4.99 a month. Then he has a $9.99 a month. Then he has a $24.99 a month. Right? Based off of 728,000 people that subscribe to him every month. Can y'all guess how much money he should be making just off of the $4.99? We're not adding the $9.99. We're not adding the $24.99. Just $4.99. He should be making, what is this? $3.6 million a month. $3.6 million a month is what he should be making off of his content based off of the subscriptions. Why did that boy only make $4.7 million for the whole year? You see what I'm saying? Why did he make, how is this possible? If he only made $4.7 million for the whole year, but he's bringing in, netting $3.6 million a month, where's the rest of the money going? Where is the rest of the money going? And this is the thing. I'm all for partnerships. I'm all for getting in bed with the proper, I'm not getting in bed. I'm all for having good relationships with the companies that's going to project the brand. I'm all for that. If you got something that you bring to the Mad Lucrative Network and it's of value and we both make some money off of it, I'm all for it. My issue comes in when somebody comes and says, oh, you could bring this many people over here every month, 700,000 people a month, and they all paying $4.99 a month. Yo, we can make money off of. So now let's look at it like this. If he's bringing in $3.6 million a month, just do it times 12. And this is only off of the $4.99 model. That boy is bringing in, I got to carry the zero. That boy is bringing in $46 million. 46. Let me do the exact number. $43,592,644 a month. I mean, a year. That's what he bringing a year. So why this boy only getting $4.7 million? And this is going to start filtering me into the conversation when it comes to Drake. Same premise. Again, I'm all for partnering with the companies that can build the brand. If you got the platform already built and I could bring some more people and us plus us together makes all of this stuff work, I'm all for that. That's Gucci. I'm Gucci. But you're not going to pay me $4.7 million for the year and I'm bringing you $3 million a month. No. Where they do that at? Where they do that at? And see, this is when I start to have the conversations saying what's happening with content creation, what's happening with streaming and Netflix, Amazon, and all these companies. This is when I start having the conversation where I say that's predatory. That resembles the same label deals that the labels was handing out. No, you what we doing? This is a partnership. You own this and I own this. And what we gonna do, we just partnering. You own I'm giving you a label deal. And everybody in the hood was running around saying, oh, I got a label deal. Oh, look at me, look at me. We got it. Oh, look at her. Everybody in the hood was saying, yo, we got a label deal. These folk played you. That wasn't no label deal. How is it a label deal if you can't control what happens with your music on the back end? How is it a label deal if you can't control what happens to your music on the back end, Drake? Or you can't control what happens to your content on the back end, Casanat? Or Kevin Hart? I love Kevin. All of these people I love. I just want us to broaden the view. I'm all for taking L's on the front head. Like, if you got to take the L's to get in the building and learn how they do things, okay. Long as we have a plan here. If you taking an L to get in the building so you can learn how they doing it, right? Fine. But if you taking an L and you don't have no other option, you just gonna ask for more money. What? Where they do that at? Tammy says, what other solution does he have? This is the thing. When it comes to Casanat, when it comes to Drake, when it comes to Rihanna, when it comes to Beyonce, when it comes to Taylor Swift, all of these big brands, unfortunately, the only option that they have is to take a little small L, take a drop off. Stop taking the money from the companies. Stop doing the deals with the people, because you already got somewhat of a fan base. But what happens is a lot of the artists and a lot of the bigger content creators get strung out on the fame. They get strung out on the views. They get strung out on the money that the company is low-key handing them third party. Because if look at it like this. And this is where I want musicians to start wising up, content creators to start wising up before they do any type of deal. If you got the ability to turn this camera on, right? You turn this camera on and you can pull 1,000 people to your live at one time. If you got the ability to do that without any of these companies, I want to challenge y'all to develop better products. Develop more ways for people to support what you got going on. That might be live shows. That might be merch. That might be one-on-ones. That might be a telegram for the people that's in jail. That might be, it's the options are limitless. But what happens is we all get stuck on the check. You get hot online, right? You get hot to the point where you got a bigger company and say, look, I want to sign you. I want to give you a deal. Because the only thing that's happening with Casanata is the same thing that was happening with Memphis. Well, I ain't going to say Memphis Bleak because he didn't really do it like that. But same thing that was happening with Big Sean. Same thing that was happening with every regional artist that started to get hot when that region was when that region was dropping. Like Chameleonaire when Texas was hot. Chameleonaire, Slim Thug, all the people, but them Texas boys, all of them smart. They had to get it out the mud. When it came to Atlanta and Atlanta started having its burn, now we had companies like QC that was developing and starting to do right. I feel like that was part of the turn. But the other side of that is educating all of the artists that you sign. Because this is my thing. And this is where I think I differ. And maybe I should do a label at some point. Like a label or a management company or something like that at some point. Maybe I should. But I think what happens is with the labels, they'll sign the artists. They'll give them all of this stuff. They'll give them the Burberry, that's old. Balenciaga. They'll give them the Balenciaga. They'll give them the Cuban links. They'll give them the presidential rollie. They'll go get them they'll rent them a Lamborghini. They'll rent them a nice little condo downtown Atlanta. They'll do all of this stuff for the artist, right? Instead of teaching them all the things that they need to survive after the music is hot. I think that's my sweet spot. What happens? Why y'all not teaching these artists what to do as far as investments? Why y'all not teaching these artists, yo, go buy you a little piece of land right quick. Go, as soon as you get that first check, your first publishing check, take $10,000, take $20,000 of that money, go buy you a piece of land out there in the country. Just sit on it. Or go buy you a little trap house. Sit on it. Labels are not here to benefit artists. So I just want more of the educational piece to be more present. Because what happens is, and we all see it, it's a reoccurring theme. And unfortunately, Drake has jumped into the same bandwagon. Drake has literally jumped into the same bandwagon. Yo, it's just on a bigger level. It's on a bigger scale. So what happens is we don't view it as the same as I'm trying to think of somebody who was hot, but they not hot no more. It's a lot of artists. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I ain't gonna say no names. Y'all know when the artist gets hot, they get signed. After the label signs them, they put all the money into the visions and the images, and they get all of the dope clothes. They get them all these endorsements. They get all this stuff, right? It's turning the artists out and making them want to work harder to maintain that lifestyle. Instead of, I think Top Dog is one of the ones that like they ain't gonna put nothing. They just like, yo, it's the art, it's the art, it's the art, it's